soon as you get to 4, like they stop you from being able to get any more. It's like you have 540 subscribers, but you won't get one like on a video, and people can see through that. It's because I was illegally taken to court, so that's the reason. There's this thing in the UK called the Investigatory Powers Act, which they abuse. They abuse it. It just means they can do whatever they want, whenever they want. Come in your flat, do what they want. Even if private premises owned, this flat's owned. There was a woman yesterday in the place I'm moving to, an old woman. You can tell she's on the wisdom team. You can tell she was quite an older lady, like black hair down here. Kept looking, kept making sure that she knew that I was. No, she was trying to hide it. That's what makes it so obvious, is when they try to hide it. And then we saw her here, and then we saw her there, and then we saw her there, and then we saw her there, and it was just like, oh my god. And an IMSI catcher, an IMSI catcher, for a guitarist. What the hell? I mean, I'm a guitar player. I've had 2 iPhones with Splunk on it, mobile device management, because I was illegally taken to court, because I was illegally kept at Tafodle for twice the legal limit, over twice the legal limit, 108 weeks. And I wouldn't have even been gone after the 108 weeks unless I hadn't sent 2 emails to Kaleidoscope begging them. You've got 52 weeks by law. The guy who works in the prison, he said to me he was leaving when I arrived. Rick. He said he was leaving, and I said, why? And he said, it's just getting worse. And there's 6 monoacetyl morphine tests, which they never changed. Would always come back as heroin, when it's not heroin, it's codeine. Cocodamol. But it would always come back as heroin, so I ordered my own, because I knew I wasn't getting heroin or crack. And I ordered my own from Health at Home. 100% guarantee, top quality ones, far better quality than a big box of 1,000. And I ordered 5, and every single one of mine came back as negative for 6 monoacetyl morphine. Every one of theirs came back positive. Geraint said he was going to change it, and he never did. He never changed it. He left without. And the box is still there. It's probably still there right now. And people get sent back to prison, aren't based off of these tests. They'll get out. They'll do a test. They'll only have taken a cocodamol tablet that you get at the Boots, and it'll come back as heroin. And they'll be like, "What are you talking about? I haven't used heroin. I had a cocodamol tablet. Sore legs or something. Like that's why I take them." Well, I'm not actually. I've got Paramol at the moment. Dihydrocodeine. Bit better. A bit more effective for pain relief, but I'm taking it more for stress and trying to cope with these last few weeks before I get moved to my new place away from the city that doesn't want me.
Well,
I'll end it there.
John and I separated in 2011.
But yeah, they wouldn't have let me get more than 4 likes. Well, anyway, what I was saying before I went off was this. That's the loop station. So, but that's just one of the beat patterns that it has. It has like 20, and the manual. It comes in a rectangle box, but there's no manual. Why is there no manual? It's because it's online. They want you to like register with their website, and then you read the manual online for all these pedals. So I need to now learn, because there's 4 buttons. There's one of these knobs that twists round infinitely. It's stereo, which means it's not mono, it's stereo. It's got MIDI, it's got USB, and I need to learn how to get the other drum patterns, because that just sounds cheesy. It sounds like a Prince song from the 80s, Cream, get on top. It sounds like Cream, isn't it? Cream. Cream is actually about when you're having sex with a girl and that stuff that kind of gathers around, you know. Cream, don't you stop. Cream, you will cop. Cream. Yeah. And Little Red Corvette is about a vagina. Because what does a Little Red Corvette look like? A vagina. And how do I know this? Because of the Prince book that I bought. Because Prince is my favourite artist. See how terrible it sounded yesterday and the day before? That's why I should have brought one pedal board and one limb, but then I would have kept my mum up even more. So. So yeah, the reason this sounds better than the Fender, this is a Fender Stratocaster, obviously a limited edition one. The reason it sounds best is because it's the guitar that Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, all the greats used. Lindsay L. I've got the biggest crush on her in the world. Lindsay L. You can see it in a magazine, yeah. Not that kind of magazine, obviously. She's a guitarist. Oh no, this is the one with Molly Tuttle, but look, the first person they name there is Kirk Hammett, and he's the guitarist from Metallica, and he's my idol. And there's Jimi Hendrix, and what's he playing? The same guitar I've got in my hand, the Strat. Because it's the guitar. I don't know if this is the one with Lindsay L in it, but Lindsay L, oh my god, I commented on one of her posts and she liked it. I was amazed. It's not that magazine, it's this one. I haven't read either of those yet. I will. This must be the one with Lindsay L. She's just the hottest, sexiest woman alive. Bar one person. And what's on the front? The same guitar I've got in my hand. Except a lot more. And then there's another one. What guitars he got? Same guitar I've got. It's the guitar. There's Biffy Clyro. And he plays topless. And I just think it's disgusting. We don't want to see your tattoos and your topless, skinny body. We just don't want to see that. And I mean, there, okay, yeah, he's got clothes on there, and he's playing a different string. But then, if you go, oh, there he is again, Biffy Clyro. He's Scottish, so he's the same as me. Scottish, I'm Scottish. You can see, I'll even prove it to you, but I'll have to get my passport out. And it says Glasgow, that's where the place I was born. Place of birth, Glasgow. Is Lindsay L in here, or is she not? Because if she's not, I need to find out where I... Oh no, it's a photo I've got on my phone. It's a photo on there. But if you look up Lindsay L, so just... Because there was this girl, Ella Henderson, and I thought that was her. But it's not, it's Lindsay L. She's the sexiest woman alive. Except maybe for the guitarist for Machine Gun Kelly. I can't think of her name. Because Lindsay L's just dominating my thoughts with hot female guitarists. But she plays a Strat, and then she also sings, and she dyes her hair just the same as me. This is actually blue, cosmic blue. It doesn't look cosmic blue, does it? Doesn't look cosmic blue. And yeah, this guy, he came on yesterday, and he was asking me to look up anime. And I'm like, he named something, and I didn't know what this thing was. Bad Blade or something. So I like Google it, Bad Blade. And it's like this figures, like action figures and anime, Chinese anime, and his name was Kakashi. But I wanted to thank him. Well, I didn't even know what it was. And he says half my followers want to know if I like it. And he said Mofo, and I thank him for saying Mofo because he reminded me of one of the best albums ever made, which is the Uplift Mofo Party Plan by a band he won't know because he's into anime, and he's friends with a paedophile's brother. Or he is the paedophile's brother. Because only someone that age would have the name Kakashi, which sounds like you're trying to be like a Japanese anime freak or something. And you're talking to me about this anime cartoon. Why would half of my I haven't had. You're the first. You're saying half my followers want to know if I watch Bad Blade. And yeah, you're one. So where's the other 269 people asking me if I like Bad Blade? Do you know what I mean? There should be another 269 because that would be half. But none of them ask. I don't look at the comments because I don't do this for that. My numbers go up anyway, and that's not why I do it. I wish my numbers would stop. I wish it would stop. I wished it would stop at 100. It went from 100 to 500 in 1 year. But yet I never get a like on a video. Well, really. That's why I banked that last one with 4 that I got in 5 minutes. So if I was allowed to get comments fairly like other people, like KSI was saying, the opportunities YouTube. I'm like, what are you talking about? Opportunity YouTube. Well, you just got lucky because you're one of the early people on YouTube when no one else was on. You know, if I had done it back then, maybe I would have been in my shoes. Well, I wouldn't have been, but because he is talented. But yeah, even when he says boxing. Like, cause I'm a black, no, I'm not a black belt. I'm a brown and 2 in Shotokan karate, and it's the same kind of karate that Jean-Claude Van Damme, the Muscles from Brussels, does. And I kept thinking about that film Hard Target that my dad recorded, but he didn't. He used to buy me all the Bruce Lee films, and then he used to watch them first, and then he used to blank over the scenes where you see like a woman's breast or something, like. Or a little bit too much blood, you know, because I was 12, and I had the whole collection: Game of Death, Fist of Fury, Enter the Dragon. I had the whole collection. When you put them together, it made a picture of Bruce Lee when you had them all in line. Game of Death 2, Enter the Dragon, Fist of Fury, Way of the Dragon, because there was Way of the Dragon and Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon was the Warner Brothers one. But yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme is my favourite, and I found this video. I put it in, and it was this film called Hard Target. And if you ever want to see an incredible, mind-blowing film, watch Hard Target, because it's shocking as well. Because it's about this gang, and they give this money belt with like, say, I don't know, 10 grand. 10 grand, nothing. I mean, we just transferred £50,000. Yesterday morning, me and my mum transferred £50,000 because there's a £50,000 limit. So we transferred 50,000 one day, and then we thought we could do the whole lot in one day. We couldn't. We could only transfer 50,000. So we transferred 50,000 and said we had to then contact the people and say we're going to have to pay the other 50,000 tomorrow. And then we went on and transferred 50,000. So at 50,000, that's a lot. When we haven't even sold this place yet. And my mum hasn't even downsized from her mansion yet. But yeah, so they give this money belt of £10,000 to a homeless person, just a homeless person, and they'd say to this homeless person, right, you've got to make it from here past the river without getting killed, and we give you a 5-minute head start. It's made by John Woo, and John Woo is like notorious for hardcore like violent films. So the guy, John Binder, I even remember his name, John Binder. The homeless guy, John Binder, puts the money belt on. He gets the 5-minute head start, and they're all there with it. They've got like guns that fire arrows, like proper arrows. Shot every kind of gun you could imagine. The most lethal, scariest looking guns you could imagine. I probably don't even know what they're called. And people would pay the organisers of this event, say £50,000, because they wanted to hunt a human being. That was what it was about. It was about hunting a human being. So they would pay like £50,000. So that 5 people pay £50,000, and they just give this homeless guy £10,000 to put around his waist, and he's just got to make it to this point. If he makes it to the point without getting killed, he keeps the 10,000. They never do. And he got his 5-minute head start. He runs off, and he eventually gets killed. And then this super hot woman, who reminds me of one of my probation officers, actually, looks-wise. My ex-probation officers have been well-behaved for 5 years. And I was well-behaved for all the years prior to that. Anyway, so they almost well-behaved. Not very well-behaved. Chivalrous as well. And so yeah, she then hires a homeless guy who Jean-Claude Van Damme's in this cafe, and you see the woman, she's just come to try and find her dad, who's homeless, and she gets her wallet out in a cafe, and there's these bad guys who like notice how much cash she's got, so they all like kind of like nudge each other, and they follow her outside, and they Jean-Claude Van Damme, he sees it, and he's a good guy. He's homeless himself, but he sees it. And he goes outside and he confronts them because they slap her. And he then confronts them. And he says, "Get your big stick and your boyfriend," because he's from Belgium. And he studied Shotokan karate, the same type of karate as I did. I actually got in trouble in primary school for putting up a poster that my karate teacher gave me, saying, "Learn to kick like Jean-Claude Van Damme." And I got in trouble for that in primary school, in West Park Primary. So anyway, he said, take your big stick and your friend and find a bus to catch, like that. And then he does this kick, and oh my god, he just moves his coat like that to get his weapon out. His weapon's obviously his leg. And you see he was the best martial artist in the world. Almost as good as Jackie Chan. Almost as good. Jackie Chan is different. Jackie Chan, I'm talking about Jackie Chan in like Police Story, not in the one with Chris Rock. I'm talking about Jackie Chan's early films when he was an actual martial artist and not a comedian. Yeah, I just urge you to watch that film, Hard Target, and it's just incredible. And if that doesn't make you want to take up a martial art, like especially Shotokan karate, specifically Shotokan karate, not any other type, then I don't know what will. I can go and get my. I'm actually gonna put this down. And I'm gonna go and get my karate license. Oh God! I just dropped my guitar. It's either in here. Or If it's not in here,
These are my
which I
notebooks
don't think
from
it is,
investigating.
all my friends are things out, though. Then I'll be 1 second. Oh, that's there.
I've been a reporter. These are the only notebooks.
Oh, hang on, it could be in here. So I keep all my important stuff in here.
Because, you know, I guess I always have one day that maybe
No, it's not.
could be helpful.
Sorry, I do these lives myself, so I really want to find it.
This is
Show it, because I'm proud of it. I'm proud of what I achieved. And I need to get back to. So the place I'm moving, I'm hoping there's going to be Shotokan karate, or at least taekwondo.
I hope that Sarah's mother can see the day when her daughter's killers brought to justice.
I got it. I just knocked the lamp over. I just knocked the lamp over as well, so I got it. Here's my karate license. So I got this when I was 15. No, when I was 15. When I was 9. And I've had it ever since. This is my license and grading record for the Welsh Karate Union. You have to have a license and insurance to do karate. So this was the Welsh Karate Union. There's me, Porthcawl, 15 Lonica Drive, Nottage, Porthcawl, 17th of the 4th, 88. Yep, I'm really that old. Didn't put a photograph in, don't know why. This they used to just put it over it. But as you can see, Phil Watson, these are all the belts. And then you go from 1Q to first Dan. So first Dan is obviously black belt. So if I had have done one more grading, I would have been a black belt. But my dad died just after this date, so I stopped going. And because my dad died, I never got to become a first Dan. And what happened was, I signed this, Ross Hodge. I promise to uphold the true spirit of karate-do and never to use the skills I am taught against any persons, and I took this seriously, except for the defense of myself, family or friends, in the instance of extreme danger or unprovoked attack, or in support of law and order. So that's signed. I signed that, but this was my young signature. I then signed it again in 2015. 2001? 2015, because I felt, wow, my life's just been a joke. I've achieved nothing with my life. So what I did then is I chose to go back and I started to, there was no Shotokan, so I studied Taekwondo, and I went and got my SIA license. And like I said yesterday, I wish I'd actually joined the police, because I could have joined the police. I thought because I had a cultivation of cannabis and possession of ecstasy charge before 18, I thought that meant that I could not go back. I thought that meant I couldn't become a police officer, which obviously it doesn't, because it gets wiped at 18. So I would have been a first Dan, second Dan, third Dan, you know. So you go white, orange, red, green, purple, purple and 1, brown, brown and 1, brown and 2. I've missed a colour because that's brown and 2, and then that's black. So yeah, I'm proud of that, and I kept that, and I re-signed it in 2015. Never been in trouble with police in my life. Never been in trouble with police in my life. Addict, but never been in trouble with... Jean-Claude Van Damme was an addict, a heavy cocaine addict. Very well, you know, he had a heavy cocaine addiction. Chuck Norris. Whatever happened to Chuck Norris, I'm very proud of this. And when I signed it in 2015, I meant it, you know, like that's why I re-signed it. I didn't have to re-sign it. No one was telling me to re-sign it. No one was there. Re-sign it, you know. I just re-signed it for myself, just to make my own, you know, I believe in this, you know. And I started practicing again. I got the Shotokan Karate Bible, which is down there. But then, so as soon as I move, I'm going to take up karate again, study for a couple of years, and then hopefully get my black belt. Yeah, because I couldn't just go back now and study. I remember all my katas and everything like that, but I couldn't just go back and study for 6 months and then go for my black belt. I could, but you need to study for at least a couple of years because I haven't done it since I was 13. You know, well, I have done it since I was 13 in my own premises. You know, oh, and I used to use nunchucks. I learned to use nunchucks as well. I used to nunchucks. I got ones that had foam on them, which because I kept hitting myself in the head when I was swinging back to catch it under your arm. You go like that and you swing back and you catch it under your arm like that. So it's like that, and then you get two, so you're doing it like that. And then I got extending metal ones, so they were metal because I could actually catch it no problem. I never hit myself in the head again. So yeah, even nunchucks. So I had metal nunchucks, which I've still got somewhere, and I've got foam nunchucks. Well, no, I don't have the foam ones anymore. I threw them. I don't think I threw them out. I think I don't know where they were. They didn't. The metal ones came with a cool pouch and everything, and they're solid metal. You can kill someone with them. You know, you can easily kill someone with metal nunchucks. Easily, because it's just a strike like that. You hold it under your arm. You hold it under your arm like that, under your armpit. So you've got one here, and you hold the other one under your arm, and the chain is here. And you strike out, and then you pull back, and you flick back with the wrist, and then catch under your arm. And then you learn to do it with 2 pairs of nunchucks. So it was like Bruce Lee. It was Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon. And then I went back to the shop. It was around here somewhere. It was in Cardiff. It was at my Cardiff Sports Nutrition where I also used to go to get all my gym supplements. And so nunchucks are a really good weapon to be able to use because they're legal and they can kill, and you know you're not going to get in trouble walking down the street with nunchucks. Totally legal. Same as a chainsaw. But yeah, it's I just urge people to get into karate. It's good because it teaches you. My dad wanted it to teach me discipline. And it did teach me discipline. I was like on my way to being the ultimate man, like by 13. And then my dad died. And then my solace became drugs. But I kind of managed to find my way back. And I mean, that's why YouTube helped. Not YouTube, Instagram helped. But then when they start treating you differently to other people, it just leads you back to the addiction, you know? And it's like, you've got this platform where you can help people, really help people, you know, escape addiction. And then you start treating those people that struggle with addiction very differently, bullying almost. And treating them just horrifically unfair. 280-day life ban. And no reason given. Just that, you can't go life doing them 8 days. And I'm paying them £12 a month. And it just leads you back to addiction. That was the second time I went and used heroin and crack in 10 years. So there's only been two days that I've used heroin and crack in the last 10 years. And that the second time was when Instagram started treating me differently. So guitar and tattoos, just because I'm dyeing my hair, just because I like that, and there's nothing wrong with that, and it's not illegal. And gym and Shotokan karate, obviously, or taekwondo if I can't, because there's always taekwondo. Sometimes it's quite hard to find Shotokan karate, there's always taekwondo. The only difference to taekwondo is really it's like downward movements, you know, like when you kick, there's always a pressure like going down. And the guy, I did it for like a couple of weeks, not a couple of months, and the guy said, "You've done this before," because they could tell because I could move my stances, I could move in and out of my stances and the hips and the ears. And they went, "You've done this before." And I was like, "Yeah, Brown and Tomb karate." So I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. And it's just sad that my dad died when I was so young, because I think I would have been like, he was going to make me the ultimate man. You know, just like he was the ultimate man. You know, salesman of the year for Glass Brewers. So clever, like, you know, a computer fanatic, you know, when computers weren't even computers, you know, he would have been amazed to see a smartphone. If I showed my dad a smartphone, he would go, oh my God. What, Star Trek? You know, he died in 2001. It would absolutely blow his mind. It hurts me that does, you know. And he bought a yellow Mazda, which was a drop top, obviously, and we both shaved our hair because he was losing his hair, obviously, because of chemotherapy. And I got in trouble at school for that too, for shaving my hair off, in support of my dad, who had cancer. Thanks, Porthcawl, Con. Not really Porthcawl Con, Mr. John. Thank you, Mr. John. I'd love to see my dad give Paul, your son, a telling off for shaving his head if you caught cancer and had to shave your hair off. There was a lot of teachers there that contributed to the Wales spate of suicides in Bridgend. You know, there was like 30 people who all hung themselves. They all knew each other. They all hung themselves, and they all knew each other, and they all did it in a period of like 3 years. And I felt like, that's why I said yesterday, finding heroin was a good thing for me, because I was trying to end my life at the exact same time. And I didn't know about what was happening in Porthcawl because I'd moved up to Scotland at 15. And Di Dilling was the first person to kill himself. No, it was Dale Crowell. And I know Di would have known where Dale was, and there was a big hunt for Dale. When I know Di would have known exactly where he was, because it was a place where we went to drink alcohol and take diazepam. And then Di went to Dale's funeral and then hung himself the next day. And they were the first two people to kill themselves. There's a documentary on YouTube called Cluster, and that's about my best friends. And I should have been on that list. And I believe if it wasn't because I was actively trying to hang myself, leaning down, like trying to actively hang myself. And if it hadn't have been for finding heroin, where as soon as I tried it, I thought, oh my God. The first thought I had was, oh my God, I've been so depressed my entire life. That was the first thought I ever had when I tried heroin. And I feel at that point in my life it saved me. So while it set me off on a bad path, at that point in my life it may have just saved my life. Yeah. Because it is a medication at the end of the day, which is available on prescription in the United Kingdom. Heroin is available on prescription in the UK. will actually make you orgasm. Sometimes I have to change my boxer shorts. That's why you'll see me go to the toilet. Because I actually have to change them because I've actually come in my pants. Which way is darker? Hold on. Baby doll, baby doll. I like it when people call me baby doll. I like it. In fact, I might actually consider changing that, because my name used to be Monte Cristo, and that was based on my favourite book. So I might actually now change it to Baby Doll. Little Peep, he was the only rapper I really liked because he was kind of goth, wasn't he? Goth Boy Click. He had Crybaby, didn't he, on tattooed on his face. Abuse Me More. I like it. I like it when people abuse me. I'm going to swap this. This is banana. Oh, hang on, actually. We need to do something quickly. Oh god! I literally completely just fell over. My God, I'll show you what's wrong with this guitar. It's a Fender, so it's like not a cheap guitar. I've started leaving this phone. I've started leaving this phone. I've started leaving my front door open. My front door wide open. It's not that guitar, it's this one. Gone. So I started leaving my front door open and I'm recording out into the hall. This recorded for 46 hours straight. 46 hours. When I was in Porthcawl, it recorded for 46 hours. So I've got a 46-hour video here. And I've got another one that was there that was also recorded for, it didn't record for quite as long, but... so yeah, I started leaving it recording like this. So that's looking outside into my hallway. Right, there's a flat by here where there's nobody lives there. Next door here, nobody lives there. It's just me here. So there's no reason for anybody to come into this hallway. There's a door to come into this hallway. There's no reason. This is my front door wide open. My heater is my front door wide open. And I've just started leaving it recording because twice the Asian men from 103 have come over. And he even ran off to get a prop, like a dustpan and brush. 2 minutes before he was there, I had just arrived back from getting my methadone. Yeah, there was no mark, there was nothing on the floor, there was no spills on the floor, there was nothing there, and plus it's not even his job. Even if it was, it's not his job. He was just making an excuse. So I've got to contact again the fake company for Mandel. It's not a real company, it's a fake one. And I've got to contact them. Well, actually, I'm just going to contact the owners of the building, the people we bought it from. I'm tired of contacting Famandel, who never fucking respond. Famandel, why do you not fucking respond? We own this property. There's a camera there. We needed you to check something. Why do you not fucking respond? That's the first time I've ever been aggressive towards you. Besides not being willing to put up your Wi-Fi enabled relay smoke alarm, which is currently in a safe space, safe place, in pieces. So so yeah, I'm actually just watching, as you can see. I'm just watching what's happening outside in my front door. So I'm just going to leave my front door because I'm tired of this guy coming. If you say you crunched up a digestive biscuit and put it on the floor, on a carpet, you would not use a dustpan and brush to get rid of it. Why? Because every time you sweat, the bristles of the brush would send the little bits of the crumbs flying in all different directions. It's the wrong tool for the job. So why did you run back to 103, grab your prop, which was the dustpan and brush, and then you came out, and I was right there at the door, one of where your entrance is, but I don't come and stand outside your door. You do. You come and stand outside my door. So I came, and then he comes out with a dustpan and brush, and he went, all right. And then he walked down the stairs, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? It's not your job to be fucking cleaning up. You're Asian, you know. I know you live at 103 with your boyfriend. So why are you, literally his boyfriend, is his boyfriend, he's gay, he's got a problem with that. I like transgenders. As long as they're not more than 1%, as long as they don't look more than 1% male. If they look more than 1% male, I couldn't do it. And I've never talked to one, never met one. It's just, something that I've grown accustomed to, which I actually think is to do with testosterone, high testosterone levels. Because all the guys that move to Thailand, the bodybuilders that move to Thailand, the steroids are legal there. It's just come here, steroids are legal here. But you can buy them over the counter in the pharmacies there, that's the difference. So the steroids, like the trenbolone and nandrolone, which I take for my health condition, to keep my CD4 cell count up. I don't take bodybuilder dosages. I take 10 milligrams of trenbolone. I don't take 100 milligrams a day. Because I'm not taking it for bodybuilding purposes. You know, I used to, which is why I haven't gymmed in 4 years, but I still don't look too bad, do I? I don't look that bad. Don't look great, don't look that bad. I definitely don't look like I'm on steroids. But anyway, they all get into the lady boys, and it always used to confuse me, and then it grew on me. But I don't like lady boys. I don't like that just that ethnicity. I like there was this white girl I was talking to. I say girl, but obviously it's a guy who had been on estrogen since the age of 13, and she was 19. And the first thing I said to her is, "Oh, you're a bit young for me." And I regretted saying that because she's not too young for me. She's over 18, and she puts most girls to shame. To shame. Well, in fact, she does. Like literally, I would pick her over every girl in the world, besides for one girl. So yeah. And it's good that it's becoming accepted now. You know, the Rainbow Nation. It's weird, my mum gets notifications to my lives at the oddest times. Like, she never gets notifications when I actually go live. She'll get them when I re-upload a video that I've done 6 days before and I've decided to make it public. She'll then get a notification. It's like, well, why didn't you get the notification when I went live? Because I'll ask her up when I get my phone out. If she got the notification for this one. I guarantee you she won't have got either notification. Guarantee you. When that's why she subscribed, to get the notifications. And I was like, stop that.